The night had passed, but the mystery remained. The women of Jerusalem gathered around a young Shulammite woman. Her words about her beloved had stirred their curiosity. They had never heard anyone speak of a man with such passion, such devotion, such certainty. So they asked her a question that would change everything. Where has your beloved gone, O fairest among women? Where is the one you speak of so passionately? Show us where he is hiding, so that we may seek him with you. The air was filled with curiosity, but the Shulamite's eyes carried something deeper, because she knew something the others did not yet understand. Her beloved was never truly lost. She lifted her head slowly. A quiet confidence filled her voice. My beloved has gone down into his garden, to the beds of spices, to walk among the lily, the garden, the place where love first blossomed, the place where fragrance filled the air, the place where hearts met without fear. And in that sacred place, she knew the truth that no one else could see. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine, a love so deep. Not even the darkness of night could separate them. Then, suddenly, a voice spoke again. But this time it was his voice. The beloved had returned, and the moment he saw her, he was overwhelmed. You are beautiful as Tirzah, as majestic as Jerusalem. But then his voice deepened with awe. You are as powerful as an army with banners. Her beauty was no longer just gentle. It was overwhelming, captivating, irresistible. He could hardly look at her. Turn your eyes away from me. They overwhelm me. Even kings could be conquered, not by swords, not by armies, but by a single glance. Her hair flowed like dark waves down the mountains of Gilead. Her smile shone with perfect beauty. Her presence filled the air with grace. Among queens, among concubines, among countless women, she alone stood above them all, unique, chosen, unmatched. And then the women of Jerusalem whispered among themselves, Who is this woman? The one who rises like the dawn, beautiful like the moon, radiant like the sun, and powerful like an army with banners. Her presence stirred wonder. Her story stirred curiosity. And her love story was far from over, because what they were about to witness next would leave them astonished. But the story of the Shulamite was not finished, because soon she would be called to return, called by kings, called by crowns, called by voices who wanted to see her again. And what happened next would reveal a love stronger than admiration, stronger than beauty, stronger than power. This is the story of Song of Solomon chapter 6. Morning light slowly touched the streets of Jerusalem. The night of searching had passed, but the mystery of the Shulamite's beloved had only deepened. The women of Jerusalem gathered around her again. Her passionate words about her beloved had stirred something in them, curiosity, wonder, even longing. They looked at her with eager eyes and asked, Where has your beloved gone, O fairest among women? Where has the one you love so deeply disappeared to? Show us where he is hiding, and we will search for him with you. Their voices were filled with excitement. They wanted to see the man she had described, the man who was fairer than 10,000, the man who had captured her heart. The Shulamite smiled gently. Unlike the others, she was not worried. Her heart already knew where her beloved was. She spoke softly but with certainty. My beloved has gone down to his garden, to the beds of spices, to walk among the lily, the garden, the place where love had first blossomed, where fragrance filled the air, where the quiet whispers of devotion grew like flowers beneath the sun. She closed her eyes for a moment, and then she spoke the words that defined her love forever. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. Then suddenly a familiar presence entered the garden. The beloved had returned. His eyes rested upon the Shulammite, and for a moment even he was overwhelmed. Her beauty had not faded. It had only grown stronger. You are beautiful, my love, he said. As beautiful as Tirzah, as lovely as Jerusalem. But then his voice softened with awe. And yet you are as powerful as an army with banners. Her beauty was not just gentle. It carried strength, a presence that filled the air. The beloved struggled to keep his composure. Her eyes held a power he could not resist. Turn your eyes away from me, he said softly. They overwhelm me. Her hair flowed like dark waves descending the mountains of Gilead. Her smile shone with quiet grace. Her presence stirred admiration in every heart that beheld her. She was more than beautiful. She was unforgettable. The beloved spoke again, and his words carried royal authority. There are 60 queens, and 80 concubines, and countless maidens. Women admired across kingdoms. Women praised for their beauty. But then his voice grew certain. My dove, my perfect one, stands alone above them all. She was not just admired. She was chosen. She was unique. She was the one who held his heart. The women of Jerusalem watched in amazement. They whispered among themselves, who is this woman? The one who rises like the dawn, fair as the moon, radiant like the sun, and powerful like an army marching with banners. Her presence filled the space with wonder. Her story stirred fascination. She was no longer just a village girl. She had become a mystery that everyone wanted to understand. The Shulammite began to recall a moment from the past. One day, she said quietly, I went down into the orchard of nut trees. The valley was peaceful. Green plants covered the earth. The grapevines were beginning to bud, and the pomegranates were starting to bloom. She had gone there simply to observe the beauty of the season. But something unexpected was waiting for her, something that would change the course of her life forever. Before she even realized what was happening, her heart had carried her somewhere unexpected. She suddenly found herself surrounded by the royal company, the princes of the people, the king's procession, the chariots of royalty. The moment overwhelmed her. She had never intended to stand among such power, and instinctively she turned to flee. But the voices behind her called out, Return! Return, O Shulammite! Return, that we may look upon you. Their voices echoed through the valley. They were captivated by her presence. But she turned and answered with humility, What do you see in me? What is there to admire in a simple Shulammite? Yet the answer came quickly. A voice filled with wonder declared, We see a dance like the dance of Mahanan, a beauty that moves like armies in perfect harmony, powerful, graceful, unforgettable. The story of the Shulammite was becoming something greater than anyone expected. Her love had stirred the curiosity of cities. Her beauty had captured the attention of kings. But the journey of love was not yet complete, because what happens next would reveal the deepest mystery of the heart.